What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Horror Flicks and Chill. I am your host, Alex Arson, and today we're going to be talking about Predator 2. Predator 2 is directed by Stephen Hopkins, written by John Thomas and John Thomas, starring Danny Glover, Gary Busey, Ruben Blades, Bill Paxton, and Kevin Peter Hall as the Predator.
Take on proposes certain kinds of challenges, and being in the suit makes other kind of challenges because you wonder how much of your performance is actually going to come through. Most people think that when you prepare for a role for this, it's mostly just physical. It's mostly just jogging and push-ups and movement, and all of that's very important. Endurance is very important to be inside a suit. It's very hot, and it's really rough work. But there was also a lot of thought into what kind of movement, what kind of planet he came from. You work on the inner things that are going on in the character, just like as you would in any character, in the suit or out of the suit.
This was the first film to be given a newly NC-17 rating in the US because of the graphic violence and nudity. Before it was really recut and its theatrical cut, it came through about maybe 17 times. So they had to cut the movie 17 times before it was really actually even considered to be an R. So NC-17 was given to Predator 2. And if you've seen Predator 2, it's definitely more graphic and more violent than any of the sequels that will come later on.
Los Angeles, 1997. Crime is the #1 industry. As bad as things are, they're about to get worse. Much worse. This Thanksgiving, he's in town with a few days to kill. Predator 2. This film is not yet rated. Starts Wednesday at theaters everywhere.
Now, at first, the production company, they didn't want to go with Danny Glover at first because they thought that casting him would kind of limit the movie's appeal for some reason. I guess they just didn't see Lethal Weapon and other movies that he had made. But at that particular point, they started to see how his name being attached to the project would eventually get other people excited and interested in wanting to do the movie. So they decided to go with Danny Glover. But initially, they did not want to go with Danny Glover. But also what makes this movie so cool is the fact that it's mostly black and brown good guys that are solving murders and trying to take on the predator. So it's a sci-fi action horror movie that's mostly shot with black and brown characters in that movie. And it came out in 1990, which is pretty new. And so therefore it's really opening the doors for a lot of sci-fi and action movies for black people to be a part of and to actually do something cool where you can actually save the day. You can take on aliens and you can have a sci-fi script and you can actually make that sell and make that cool. So that was my first time watching a Predator movie. It was Predator 2, and it always had an impact on me to be able to see that and actually see a lot of cool stunts and a lot of cool, gore and all this amazing sci-fi and all this technology and things of that nature. And also too, Gary Busey's in the movie, and there's a moment where he wants to take the Predator on himself, and he thinks that he's saving Danny Glover and he's going to be the hero and take over, but it doesn't work out so well for Gary Busey's character. Danny Glover is the hero. There is no white savior or anything like that. Danny Glover is the hero through and through. And what separates Danny Glover from Arnold Schwarzenegger's muscle-bound, army, military type of character from the first one, Dutch, he's much more gritty. He's much more street smart. He's much more determined. He's very scrappy. He is not intimidated at all by this thing. He's definitely going out to hunt him, and he turns the tables on the Predator as you watch the movie. He's very determined to get up close and personal with the Predator himself, who's 7 feet and have all this cool technology that helps him disappear. He has these amazing technology where he can throw things and track people down, all this stuff. It does not intimidate, and it does not stop Danny Glover from getting on his case the entire movie. Predator 2 is by far the best sequel out of all of the Predator movies in the franchise. King Willie, who's a notorious drug dealer in LA at that time. He's Jamaican, played by the legendary Calvin Lockhart. The thing is you have Jamaicans using voodoo in this movie, and voodoo is very Haitian. It's not Jamaican at all. That's an interesting thing. I think they're just using it as some type of scare tactic to scare off their, competition, or scare off any other rival gangs or things like that. But Jamaicans don't really get down with voodoo. That's a very interesting thing that they had put in this movie. The whole thing with voodoo, and King Willie's supposed to be into all of that, and his gang is into all. No, they're not really into that. They're more Rastafarian than, voodoo. And voodoo would come up a lot in this movie, but it's not a Jamaican thing. It's very Haitian, but it's not Jamaican. Entire movie, the most expensive part of the film was the hunting party. That scene needed about 9 additional unique Predator suits built by Stan Winston and his effects team. It's a very brief scene, but it's very pricey to have 9 unique suits for 7-foot tall, 6'10", 7-foot tall actors or stunt actors in one time.
Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Thank you for tuning in to Horror Flicks and Chill. See you next time.